For years, they were the picture of an effortless partnership. Two people whose lives seemed entwined by fate and laughter, who could make millions of viewers feel like part of their world simply by sharing a smile or an offhand joke on screen. They were the couple everyone rooted for, the couple that made love feel both glamorous and real at the same time. And then, suddenly, the news came. Their marriage had ended. Shockwaves ran through fans and followers alike. People who had cheered for their triumphs, laughed at their playful banter, and secretly imagined a life as charming as theirs were left stunned. Yet, amid the swirl of headlines and speculation, the story that truly unfolded was far richer, far more inspiring than anyone could have guessed. Because this isn't just a tale of a split. It's a story of reinvention, courage, and finding humor and hope when life takes an unexpected turn. In the immediate aftermath of the news, the world's attention turned to him. What would he do now? Would he retreat, cocoon himself from the public eye and let the world's gaze fade into silence? Or would he rise, embracing uncertainty and vulnerability, choosing instead to take control of the next chapter of his life? And he did the latter. Rather than hide, he reflected. He paused, reassessed, and looked at the ending not as a failure, but as a beginning. His words were simple, heartfelt, and unadorned by spectacle. He expressed gratitude for the love that had been shared, for the family that remained intact, and for the lessons learned through hardship. He spoke of resilience, the kind that comes from accepting life's twists with grace and courage. It was a message that resonated deeply, not just with fans, but with anyone who had experienced heartbreak, loss, or change. But actions, as they say, speak louder than words, and his actions were equally profound. Instead of throwing himself into a frenzy of distractions or retreating entirely, he placed his family at the center of his life. Time with his children became sacred, moments that were private, joyful, and undisturbed by the glare of public attention. In doing so, he reminded the world, and himself, that even amid upheaval, one could remain grounded, present, and loving. Yet just when it seemed he would settle into a quiet routine, he surprised everyone again. He explored new ventures, daring projects that were far from his familiar territory. Without attempting to compete with his past life or hold on to what was, he embraced reinvention. He allowed curiosity and creativity to guide him, showing millions of fans that life could be exciting, unpredictable, and full of possibility even after something as daunting as a major personal shift. Meanwhile, she remained a beacon of composure and charm. Her response was not to make grand declarations or share every emotion with the world, but to continue with grace and humor. Life went on, and she kept moving forward. She continued to engage, inspire, and entertain, weaving glimpses of her private life into the story she told on screen without ever sacrificing dignity or letting sorrow dominate her narrative. It was a masterclass in maintaining control, balancing personal authenticity with professional brilliance, and preserving the warmth that had always drawn people to her. What emerged from this careful balance was remarkable. Two people, once joined as a couple, now evolving separately, yet remaining connected by the shared commitment to family and the respect that had always defined them. Their relationship had changed, yes, but the love for their children, their collaboration in projects, and their dedication to each other as co-parents endured. And perhaps the most surprising aspect of their journey is how it transformed those around them. Fans watched, inspired not just by celebrity, but by humanity in motion, by the courage to be vulnerable, the humor found in awkward or challenging moments, and the willingness to take leaps into the unknown with optimism rather than fear. The story also illustrates how personal growth can be playful, romantic, and funny all at once. He found joy in exploring new passions, investing in ventures that reflected his curiosity and creativity. She infused her everyday routines with sparkle, transforming small, ordinary moments into intimate, amusing stories. Together, even apart, they taught the world that resilience doesn't have to be somber or stiff. It can sparkle with laughter, warmth, and the occasional impish wink at life's absurdity. This period of transformation wasn't about abandoning the past, it was about weaving it into something new, finding continuity and change. They continued to collaborate professionally, even as their personal lives shifted. Projects that had once been shared remained vibrant, evolving in ways that reflected both their individual strengths and their ability to work in harmony despite everything. Through it all, one truth remained clear: family and connection come first. Their children flourished, supported by parents who prioritized love, guidance, and presence over publicity or ego. Every milestone, graduations, creative achievements, celebrations, became a shared triumph, a reminder that the bonds of family are resilient, adaptable, and enduring. And, in a way, that's what made the story so magnetic. The world watched not just a couple in transition, but a living example of how life can be reinvented without losing its heart. There was romance, not in candlelit dinners or grand gestures, but in small, playful interactions, in shared jokes, affectionate glances, and the quiet understanding that even when life's script changes, some connections remain timeless. Humor also played a starring role. The couple's natural wit, honed over years of working together and learning each other's rhythms, became a bridge between old routines and new realities. Their ability to laugh at themselves, at circumstance, and at the absurdity of life kept the tone light, engaging, and deeply relatable. It was an unspoken promise to everyone watching. Life can be messy, confusing, and challenging, but it can also be joyful, funny, and profoundly moving. And so, through resilience, reinvention, humor, and quiet elegance, they created a new narrative that was both surprising and inspiring. Their story became less about heartbreak and more about courage. The courage to embrace change, to grow individually, to remain connected as a family, and to face life's twists with both seriousness and playfulness. For fans, this story offered hope, proof that endings can be beginnings, that reinvention is possible at any stage, and that love can take many forms. They witnessed a transformation that was not only romantic and funny, but deeply human, a reminder that life's challenges can be met with grace, wit, and heart. As we watch their journey unfold, the lesson is clear. Life is never simple, but it can be magical when approached with honesty, humor, and warmth. We see that love, commitment, and family are not erased by change. They evolve. And we are invited to witness that evolution, to learn from it, and perhaps to find the courage to embrace our own unexpected turns with similar joy and resilience. In the end, this isn't just a story about celebrity lives or Hollywood drama. It's a story about real people navigating real challenges with grace and humor. It's about rediscovering oneself after upheaval, nurturing family bonds with love and integrity, and finding laughter in moments that could otherwise be heavy with sadness. It's about creating a life that is bigger, brighter, and more exciting than anyone imagined possible, even when the world seems to have taken a turn we weren't ready for.